Rogan josh, pronounced in Persian, is an aromatic lamb dish of Persian origin, which is one of the signature recipes of Kashmiri cuisine. Roughan means clarified butter, or fat in Persian, while rouɣændʒuː gives the figurative meaning of intensity, or passion, and ultimately derives from the verb jušidan meaning to heat or boil. Rogan josh thus means cooked in oil at intense heat. Another interpretation of the name Rogan josh is derived from the word rogan meaning red color, and josh meaning passion or heat. Rogan josh was brought to Kashmir by the Mughals, whose cuisine was in turn influenced by Persian cuisine. The unrelenting summer heat of the Indian plains took the Mughals frequently to Kashmir, which has a cooler climate because of its elevation and latitude. Ingredients and cultural geography. Rogan josh is a staple of Kashmiri cuisine. Originally it was brought to Kashmir by the Mughals. It is one of the main dishes of the Kashmiri multi-course meal. It consists of braised lamb chunks cooked with a gravy based on browned onions or shallots, yogurt, garlic, ginger and aromatic spices. Its characteristic brilliant red color traditionally comes from liberal amounts of dried Kashmiri chilies that have been deseeded to reduce their heat. These chilies are considerably milder than the typical dried cayenne chilies of Indian cuisine. The recipe's spiciness is one of fragrance rather than heat, and the traditional dish is mild enough to be appreciated by Western palates that may not have been conditioned to tolerate the heat of chilies. In addition, dried flowers or root of Organa tinctoria are used in some variants of the recipe to impart a crimson color. Saffron is also part of some traditional recipes. There are significant differences in preparation between the Hindu and Muslim traditions in Kashmir. Muslims use praan, a local shallot tasting of garlic, and leaves of mavel, the cockscomb flower, for coloring. Hindus use none of those. Kashmiri Brahmin avoid onion and garlic, but add yogurt for a cooling effect. While the dish is from Jammu and Kashmir, it is a staple in British curry houses, whose menu is partly Bangladeshi cuisine, and is an example of dishes from the subcontinent that got co-opted once they left the area. Adaptations. While the traditional preparation uses whole dried chilies that are deseeded, soaked in water, and ground to a paste, non-traditional shortcuts use either Kashmiri chili powder or a mixture of paprika and cayenne pepper, adjusted to taste. An updated version served in Zania of Capo's restaurants uses white and black cardamom, anise, and bay leaves. Although not a universal mutation, many Western interpretations of the dish add tomatoes to the sauce, thinning it slightly, enriching the flavor and deepening the red color. This is especially common with ready-made pour-over cooking sauces, such as those of the Patrax Corporation, to the point where the dish is sometimes considered tomato-based and can cause controversy as a result, and may have a similar origin to the tikka masala. Alternatively, it may ultimately be based on the Kashmiri practice of always cooking meat and tomatoes together whenever both are available, a mixture which may then have been used with the other ingredients to create a tomato meat rogan josh whose identity was then simplified in transit, or simply a case of corner cutting, using relatively cheaper ingredients such as processed tomatoes, which wouldn't be as easily noticed in a hot, red sauce, to bulk out an otherwise more expensive dish of lamb, spices and aromatic chilies. In India, rogan josh is often made with goat instead of mutton, since genuine lamb is less widely available than goat meat. There is a variety with beef as well, brisket being preferred. See also: List of lamb dishes, Mughal cuisine, references.